What's up, everybody? It's a Tuesday. It's January 6th, 2015. Um, what did everybody think about Monday Night Raw last night? I thought it was a very different type of Raw. Um, Watching the ambulance match between Bray Wyatt and Dean Ambrose was a phenomenal match. I'd have to agree. Um, but the unfortunate thing is Bray Wyatt's gotten the upper hand over Dean Ambrose, as it seems like everybody else does that has been feuding with him for the most part as of late. Uh, Dean Ambrose really does most of the work. Looks like he's going to end up winning the match, and then his opponent always comes through. But give credit to Bray Wyatt as well. Very, very, very good match. We had some strange things that happened last night. The Authority, of course, back, and pretty much taking things on all the members that were involved with Team Cena to take the Authority out. It was also announced that it was John Cena Fan Appreciation Night or Appreciation Night by the Authority. And well, anyway, Dolph Ziggler was put in a uh, internet internet internetal intercontinental title match. Oh my gosh, with uh, Wade Barrett, Bad News Barrett, and it was a pretty good start of the match. Ziggler ended up getting the first pinfall. And I say first pinfall because after he actually won the match and retained his belt, Kane came out and said, people, excuse me, but I forgot. This is a 2 out of 3 falls match." And Wade Barrett, you know, prior to continuing on to the match, beat the heck out of Dolph Ziggler to the point where Ziggler was almost immobilized. And unfortunately for Dolph Ziggler, Wade Barrett won the next 2 pinfalls and became the new Intercontinental title holder. Very interesting because this belt has been swapped so many times. Ziggler gets it, Ziggler loses it, and at this point, I wasn't sure exactly what the meaning of all this by the WWE was. But as the show went on, we learned a little bit more. We also saw Roman Reigns go up against the Big Show. They actually made Big Show look pretty strong last night again. And this was just one of those matches, again, that we didn't see an ending to. But it wasn't too bad. It ended with Roman Reigns spearing Big Show when he was holding up the steel steps, and the steps fell on Big Show's head. And, that was pretty much it for the match. But it was a DQ anyway. But we also saw in something that was sort of interesting, I mean, at least to me, Ryback against Seth Rollins, and then Kane again comes out and says, I'm sorry, I must be forgetting things tonight. This is a handicap match, and I am Seth Rollins' partner. Ryback gave it his all, put up a good show, but, with Kane and Seth Rollins, too much for him. Basically, Seth Rollins curb stomped Ryback twice. It took him twice to end up getting the victory. But so that was a pattern there. We saw Eric Rowan lose to Harper, and so we saw all 3 guys that were helping John Cena at Survivor Series sort of like get screwed. And it really wasn't until the end of the show when Triple H and Stephanie came out. They brought out John Cena, and of course Stephanie with her arrogant, sarcastic, smirk on her face, and just the way she is. And of course Triple H is just like right behind her. And they brought out Ryback, Eric Rowan, and Dolph Ziggler, and they wanted to give them reprimandation for the fact that they were part of what happened at Survivor Series. And Eric Rowan originally was going to get a 30-day suspension without pay. Ryback was going to get 60. And then they asked Ziggler what he thought he was going to get, and he goes 90. So then Triple H and Stephanie walked out of the ring to confer, and they came back. And prior to coming back, they told Ziggler, Ryback, and Rowan that they were all fired, and they could blame John Cena for it. Now, it was a weird ending because they started playing music and they had ticker tape and balloons falling from the rafters and that, and the show went off the air. And it was a very, very, very strange ending. And one has to wonder. I mean, obviously these three guys, really will be back. WWE can't afford to lose these three guys. Let's face it, and especially Dolph Ziggler. So there's got to be some sort of storyline they're headed into, and one has to wonder if John Cena may somehow be forced to join the Authority like he had to do with Nexus a few years back. So that's one interesting thing. So I'm not really sure where this is headed, but I also know that Seth Rollins is now involved in the championship match at the Rumble. It's now a three-way. So this is sort of interesting as well. One would have to wonder, with Rollins already having the Money in the Bank briefcase contract, why is he, integrated into this championship match? Is it because they don't want to have possibly John Cena lose again to Brock Lesnar? Or will there be some sort of chicanery going on? Will Seth Rollins come away with the belt? I'm wondering if Paul Heyman turns on Brock Lesnar. There's just so many things that could happen. At this point, it's really not clear yet. We still have a few more weeks to go before the Royal Rumble arrives here. So it's going to be interesting. And I think the go home show, which is going to be in Hartford, is going to tell all for the Royal Rumble that following Sunday. So interesting things to think about. What'd you think about Raw? Was it a great show or not? I wouldn't say it was great, but I wouldn't say it was horrible either. I sort of thought maybe we'd see Sting show up. Maybe we will in the near future. Maybe Sting will have some involvement in getting Ziggler, Ryback, and Rowan back within the WWE. Now, I'm just sort of curious whether or not any of these guys will be on next week's Monday Night Raw, because if they're not, well, I mean, I'm just curious what they'll have for matches, and it's really sort of interesting. So, give me your thoughts, give me your opinions. Check out the Iceman's Wrestling Extreme Facebook page. Check out Wrestling News Talks Facebook page, and check out the Iceman's Return YouTube channel, as well as this channel, the Iceman V2013 channel. Like and subscribe. Please give me your comments, your thoughts, and your opinions. Just a very, very, very weird Monday Night Raw in my eyes, but it wasn't bad. Peace out, everybody.